Welcome back to Folklore, the Affliction. We're doing in the anniversary edition. I think some of the rules were cleared up, some of the things have been reworded a little bit from my understanding. So things may be slightly different than they were in the past when the first edition came out. So let's continue on. I do have a correction here. Yes, of course. A couple episodes ago, we had Man of Cloth, and we blew the Faith roll for Mad Bardigan. He was in the lead. But then there's a period there. It says the bishop will cure any characters who are stricken with sickened, spooked, bloodlust, or cursed. Well, the Man of the Cloth would have cured spooked off our arcanist. So yes, she does not have the spook condition anymore. It has been removed by this. I was looking at this whole card incorrectly, thinking that if you blow this faith roll, you don't get anything. No, it was just to get blessed. Alright, so that's the end of that. Continuing on, we are in Osterlink. We had a farmer who is saying he has a wolf problem. Can we help him with the wolf problem or not? You know what? I think we're going to help him with the wolf problem. So let's take a look here and see what we're supposed to do. So we had a choice of story options. Choose one. You decide you can't spare the time to help him. No, we are going to. You decide to help the farmer with his troubles. Read story moment 46 on page 48. All right, let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we're going to read a little bit here of that. And it says, you realize how much courage it took for this man to approach and ask for help. He was obviously nervous, but overcame his fear. It shouldn't take too much to deal with a few wolves. Yeah. And the farmer promised to tell you a shortcut, which would hopefully make up for lost time. It says, skip to the farm, choice 2, page 6. So we're going to skip to the farm. And here we are with the farm. It says choice 2. The farmer leads you out of town and points in the direction of his fields. There is my land. I ask you kindly to destroy these wolves. It is dusk when you reach the farm. Uh-oh. The moon hides itself behind a thick layer of clouds, but the stars are bright, allowing you to see well enough. The quiet atmosphere changes as you hear soft growls. Rabid wolves emerge from the hiding places among the tall grass, sniffing the air. Their eyes almost seem to glow. Alright, our primary goal is defeat the rabid wolves. And a couple of things here. Don't forget to search the bodies for loot. Encounter reference card. Each character rolls a d10, and those getting 10 plus find an item. So that happens after skirmish and encounter, and after combat. Immediately read after the fight on page 7. Alright, there we go. Oh, there's some optional goals. Investigate all search locations available during combat. Perform a search, roll a d10. So you can find an item, nothing happens, or you can get hit by a snare. Lovely. We also have a scarecrow hanging around. We can do an Ecology 5 check for a success or failure. It either falls on you or you can earn a boon. So we'll get the map set up. And this is the map. So this is what we're going to be getting set up. I'm going to be using some minis from Castle Ravenloft. I have the wolf minis from that. So we'll use those. And of course we have the D&D minis for our standee. So our start zone is here. So I'm going to get this up. So we have a scarecrow here, and we have a search in the well here. So let me get this set up, and we'll come back and take a look. Alright, we've got our encounter set up. So we've got the rabid wolf on the encounter side. He's got some special powers that activate when he attacks. We'll deal with that when he attacks. We've got 3 of them. I'm using 20-sided dice to depict their hit points. And because we're playing a 2-player game, they get 13 health each, which seems like an awful lot. We could be in a bit of trouble here. And we'll get lore 10 and it's for group. So each of them will get lore 10 if and when we destroy them, and 2 gold coins each. So yay! All right. Now we're beginning our encounter. So at the beginning, of course, our arcanist is possessed, which means she gives our Mad Mardigan one. She's adjacent, so she's going to give him a damage just right off the bat. Why not? Why not go ahead and do that? Okay, and because we're transitioning into an encounter now, the leadership token passes. Now normally it would flip to the knight side, but because we were in town and we're moving out of town to the farm, I believe it stays on the day side. That's how I'm going to rule it. Makes sense to me. We're not going to follow the farmer out to his farm in the middle of the night. That would just be ridiculous. Because if we're in darkness, if we're in the nighttime, I think the enemies just automatically go first. And they might go first anyway, because we have to do a roll-off. A first strike, they call it. We're going to use the black die. No, you know what? We're going to use the white die for us, our player characters, and we're going to use the red die for all enemies. I got a scarecrow lying down here and a search token there as per the map setup. So let's go ahead and roll these. We win on ties, so we get to go first if we have a tied roll. So let's hope we go first. And we get an 8, they get a 2. So we are definitely going first. Now there's lots of stuff we can do in our turn. Handy dandy encounter sheet here. We can do each one of these things one time, I believe. So we can move, we can do an act, which is equip an item, activate, exhaust an item, attempt to cast a ritual or prayer, search. We can interact with a feature, we can use allies, we can use a consumable item, and we can do an ability as well. So we can do, it says here, once per round in any order, you can do one of these things. So we can move, we can do a lot of things, which is going to be interesting to try to keep track of everything. Now, because we have Arcanist possessed, we want to get her and Madmartigan, our Avenging Madman, away from each other. And I think we can go in any turn order. I don't think you have to pick who's going first. We are going first as our team. So we're going to have our Arcanist go first, and she is going to try to cast this Arcane Ward Ritual. Summon a ward that absorbs arcane energies, at least against one of your allies. She's going to try and cast this on Madmartigan. It just basically, attacks cannot damage your target ally for 3 rounds. So I believe that's any attacks. Pretty sure it's against the wolves. So that was an Occult 7 for her to actually pull that off. And if we take a look at her, she has an Occult +2. So she needs to roll a 5+ to have that Arcane Ward happen, and it would last for 3 rounds. Alright, let's see if she can do it. She needs a 5. I'm going to use a little white die for her. Come on, 5+. 5+! Yes! Oh man, she just squeaked it. Alright, so she successfully casts the aura. Sorry, not the aura, the ward. Where is something we can use for the ward? So I remember. It doesn't, well, you know what? We're just going to use the cubes. So we're going to use 3 cubes. We're going to put them on Madmartigan, which means the next 3 attacks against him, we don't even need to roll the dice. He just ignores them. Well, no, we have to. What does it say? Attacks? Oh, cannot damage your target ally. So, that's interesting. So if an attack misses, do we take off one of this? Attacks on damage. Oh, for 3 rounds. So, oh, pardon me, my voice is going. Alright. That was her doing that. She's got a bunch of other stuff to do. The other thing she can do for herself is she can cast an aura as well, because this was performing a ritual. Now she could also cast an aura, which is using an ability. And that's once per round. So this round, what was I going to do? Her special ability, okay, I had this figured out here. She can cast an aura. Oh, yes. Because she is the Seeker, once per encounter, so this is for the entire encounter, the Seeker may activate one of her auras. Each is aura 1 and lasts for 4 rounds. Oh, I'm going to have to get some more tokens done. Alright, so the light aura, the circle protection, giving her absorption 1, but not against snares or traps, and an aura +5 defense, not stacked with other absorption bonuses. Or she could do the dark aura, cause 1 damage to all foes that move into her target area. You know what? She's going to go ahead and give herself a dark aura, which means any wolf moving adjacent to her, which they have to do for their attacks, will automatically take 1 damage. And that is going to last 4 rounds. So I'm going to get out a little mini die and put a 4 on there so I remember that. Alright, so continuing on, so I'm just going to use a little mini. So he's got his protection for 3 rounds. She has dark aura for 4 rounds. Now she could actually move. She can move, act, so interact. I wonder if she wants to move over to the Scarecrow. She does have a +1 search. Oh, it's ecology. You know what? He's got the best ecology because he has +2 for doing the Scarecrow. I don't know if we're going to worry about that right now. I think we want to have both. We'll move them. So she's going to move. She gets a movement of 4, stride of 4. I think she will kind of head this way. And you can move diagonally. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3. Let's put her right there. And she's got her aura of darkness. So this wolf will definitely go towards her. And I think that's all she can do because she has a stiletto, which is only a melee attack range. I don't think she can get over to this wolf. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, she can't get adjacent to this guy. She could get adjacent to this one and attack it. I wonder if she should do that. Would that make more sense? to do it. But then does the aura kick in if she moves into the space with... I wonder if that makes any sense. The dark aura causes 1 damage to all foes that move into the aura on their turn. So if she moves adjacent to the wolf, it sounds like by the wording of that, the dark aura doesn't kick in. It should, shouldn't it? But it does specifically say if they move into your space. So I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, that's basically her turn. She can't attack. She's not adjacent to anything to interact with it. And so now we go over to Mad Mardigan. Alright, and Mad Mardigan is immune to any kind of damage for the next... It's for the rounds, correct? Attacks cannot damage... Oh, so that's... I thought it was per attack, but it's for 3 full rounds. He's going to run right up and try to do stuff. So he's just going to go 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3... yeah, he'll just park himself right there, and he will attack this wolf. I don't think there's anything else he wants to do. Now remember, he's got a whip that he could use, but there's not. He could immobilize. It's not going to matter, you know. I think he doesn't want to immobilize them right now. And he's got his Bale Hook, plus 5 might, and it's a 1d4 plus 1 damage. And other things I got to keep in mind, he also has the soldier with him plus 1 damage on melee attacks, which is going to happen here right away. And yeah, Avenging Madman, he has his abilities. When an adjacent corporeal foe dies, tear a limb from his body, slam it into an enemy up to 2 spaces away, dealing 1d6 damage for a power point. He's got 5 power points. I'm going to keep that in mind. Lots of stuff to keep in mind. Alright, so basically he's going to be doing an attack, and he has for his attack, he's got a plus 5 might, so plus 5, the Bale Hook gives him plus 5, so he's up to plus 10 to hit. Plus 10 to hit, and the wolf's defense is 41, so bottom line is he needs a 31 to hit that wolf. Can we see that? Yeah, we can. He needs a 31. Alright, come on, nail him! He gets a 29. It is a giant whiff, because that's 39. Oh man, 39 and 41. Ugh, not quite. He has a boon reroll. Oh, that's a skill check. Or add d6 to any die roll. Pardon me. Think about this. You know what? I think we're just going to leave it. I don't think we're going to waste any of this stuff right now. Darn it! Well, that was horrible. There's really not much else he can do. So basically, up next, well, I mean, he could use his bandages, but that would not be of any point. Oh, he also has targeting. I forget, he has targeting. Oh, I got to read targeting because, where is his targeting ability? Hang on 1 second here. At the start of an encounter, place a targeting token on a target. As long as you do not change targets, you inflict plus 1 damage against it. Who does he want to target? Let's target this guy back here. So he does plus 1 damage against this wolf. Alright. That's the end of our characters going, and now, yeah, it is time for the rabid wolves to go. And they have a movement basically of 5. And unfortunately, I'm suffering from the beginnings of a cold, so if I sound horrible, that is why. This wolf just needs to go 1 space. Boom, right here. He has moved into the dark aura. It's still around. We're going to do these dice at the end of the round. This particular wolf will take a damage because he moved right into that aura. And yeah, plus 1 damage for the aura. Boom! And he's now going to attack our Arcanist. And she has a defense. Let's see, her... Oh my god, so much stuff to keep track of. Her defensive, she's got a 37 defense. Does she have anything else? I don't think she has anything else to buff her defense. So, nope. She has nothing else to buff her defense, so she's a straight up 37. Alright, let's see if the wolf is going to hit her, the 37, and they get a 40 right on. Oh man, that 0 is horrible. Hang on, but they get a -5. Oh, we got so lucky. Because we're playing on the easy level, Dusk -5 might. Oh, squeaked it. So this is a 35. Her defense is 37. it's all good. So the wolf misses her because it would have done a vicious bite, possibly sickening her, but it would have been a sickening 8. So it doesn't get a hold of her. Right now, I guess the Dark Aura messed it up. Cool, that's that one going. We got 2 more. This one here has to go around the fence. They have a movement of 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to come right in here. And so these 2 will be attacking Madmartigan. Now, of course, he can take no damage. So there's no point even rolling because they can't do anything to him. They can snap and snarl and carry on. And he will take 0 damage from attacks cannot damage your target ally for 3 rounds. So I don't think you need to roll because there's nothing special for rolling that's going to negate him not taking any damage. So we're on to the next round. This is going to trip down to 3. That trips to 3. His immunity trips down to 4. Cool, no damage. All right, let's begin another round. And I think we just go back and forth. You don't do that first strike roll anymore, so it's right back to our characters. All right, we'll start off with our Anarchist. She has a +7 to hit because she has her Stiletto, which is, if it was flanking, she'd get another +4 to hit, but she's not flanking because flanking means if we have an ally adjacent to that she's attacking, then she gets the bonus, but that's not happening. So let's have a look here. So she gets +4, and she has an innate +3 on her character card. That gives her +7, and we need 41. So let's see her attack roll, see if she can pull this off. Come on, nice high number. She gets a 68. Oh yeah, she nails that wolf, and she's nailed this wolf nicely. And she's going to seek the Chakra, forbidden. So this is her ability once per round, so we're into a round. She can spend 1 power point, which she's most definitely going to do. So she goes from 5 power points down to 4. And she gets to add, deal an additional +2 damage on a successful melee attack. Cool! So her Stiletto, I'm going to check everything here, does a 1d4. So for her, it's going to be 1d4 +2, and she has a damage bonus on her card of +2, so that's +4. So she gets a 1d4 +4 damage. Yes, try to keep everything straight. 1d4 +4. Come on, 4, 4. She gets 2, 2 and 4, so she does 6 damage to this wolf. He's down to 6. Nice, smacking him down. Pretty well. So that's still a lot of health though. Holy mackerel. Okay, so she's attacked. She's got a move action. You know what? She's going to go 1, 2 to the Scarecrow. Wait, is she going to do that? Or does she want to get up and search up here? You know, I think she wants to get up and search up here. So she's going to move her 4, 1, 2, 3. She's going to move 4 to there. Or is that going to be 1, 2, 3? You know what? She does not want to move that far because we want this wolf to keep coming at her because it's going to hit the Dark Aura because it would go 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2. Yeah, she's going to stay there, and that's it. Now she could use her bandages too if she wanted to heal 4. She has a couple of boons which are recover all power points, so that's cool. So she's going to keep using the +2 damage boon, or not boon, but power ability if she can, to seek the chakra. So I think that's it for her turn. I believe did I mess anything up? Probably. Check the comments. First time playing this. Alright, that was her going. Now we got Madmartigan going. He will, I guess, try and attack. Let's go for this wolf. And he is the +10. Oh, I keep forgetting he has +5 defense as well, which will come into effect after the ritual goes away. And I don't know, it doesn't say on the ritual whether you can do this just once per encounter, or whether once this ward rubs off, she can do it again. I gotta double check that. It makes sense to me that she can only do it once, but maybe she can just perpetually do it every turn? I don't know. I don't think so. Alright, let's have him attack this wolf. Can we see that there? Whoops, as I knock things around. Of course, hard to get everything in camera. Alright, there we go. He gets +10 to attack, and +1 damage melee. And he whiffed last time, so let's have him not whiff this time. Let's use a different percentile dice. There we go. Alright, let's attack this one. And he gets 22. Are you freaking kidding me? 22. This is awful. And I don't believe... Is that a skill? I don't think that's a skill check. Attacking, I don't think it's a skill check. Well, he whiffed again. Holy man. He's keeping them busy, but he's not doing any damage. What does he want to do now? I don't know. I don't know. I think that's it for him. Alright, back to the wolves. So let's do the wolf's turn. So 1, whoops, yes, let's knock this all over the place. 2, with his 6 health remaining. He's down to 5 health. He walked into her aura, and that's why I moved her. So he's down to 5 health, and now he's attacking. He's attacking our Arcanist. Okay, and let's see what he gets for an attack. Oh yes, 80. 80. Whoa, I screwed up. Hang on, I gotta re-roll that. I used two of the same dice. That's not how you do it. Alright, try that again. Miss! Are you kidding me? Ay, 80. Okay, this is really... we're having horrible luck. Horrible dice luck. Because we look at the second die, and it's an 8, it's a 0. Not only is it a 0, it's the special power. If the vicious bite attack has a power die of 0, the chance to become sickened changes to sickened 8. So, she's going to get the sickened condition, maybe. So he definitely hits her. I don't think she can negate it anyway. Can she do anything? I don't think she's got dodge or any wild thing. No, she can't do anything about it. She's going to take damage. The damage from the wolves. What is the damage? Anyway, I'm going to have to double check everything here and we'll come right back. Oh my god, so it is lose 4 Vita and she has to try and not become sickened. So she's 1, 2, 3, 4. She's down to 13 health. Pardon me, and she gets to do a roll. She has no bonuses. There's no resist against sickened. Where is it? She does not have any ecology. So, a foul malaise has stricken you, reducing effectiveness in an encounter. In an encounter, it doesn't say a skirmish. Roll damage twice and take the worst result. Fantastic. Alright, come on. If we ever needed an 8, 9, or 10, it's right now. Come on, 8, 9, or 10. No! Oh, great. So now she's sickened. She's possessed and sickened. Oh, my goodness. So, and this attack here is just going to knock. He doesn't get any damage from any attacks. So, he has one more powerful arcane ward happening for him. And I think because my voice is dying, I'm going to leave it off here today. When we come back tomorrow, we'll finish off this encounter. It might finish us off. I don't know. I got to get the sickened condition written down for her. That's horrible. And yeah, so thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for comments, subscriptions, likes. This is Folklore the Affliction, the Anniversary Edition. I'm using some miniatures, some D&D, and some D&D board games. The game comes with some nice looking standees as well. So anyway, thanks so much, and hope to see you tomorrow for the continuation.